VBN, The Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, great professional wrestling video blogs, great sports video blogs, great entertainment video blogs, great MBTA video blogs, plus a whole lot more. Collection of my work goes back to June of 2014 on various social media websites. RVBN, the only video blog on the internet that matters. Time now, 7:26 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's Monday, April 3rd, 2017. Under sunny skies today, going to be about 53, 54 degrees. Most of the snow that fell Friday and Saturday probably be gone. Tuesday, a washout with rain. But in northern New England, more snow. Some good spring skiing. Some news to report on the RVBN Newswire before my first video blog subject of the day. South Carolina won the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship, so congratulations to the Gamecocks. And the NCAA Men's Basketball Final games tonight, Gonzaga Bulldogs against North Carolina Tar Heels, 9:22 on CBS, called by Jim Nantz and Grant Hill and Bill Raftery, hosted by Ernie Johnson. He'll have Clark Kellogg, Charles Barkley, and Kenny the Jet Smith on the pre- and post-game show. Can't believe Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith do college basketball for the tournament. They're not really college basketball commentators. Also, Red Sox opening day today at 2:05 at Fenway Park against the Pirates. Philadelphia Flyers been eliminated from playoff contention for the Stanley Cup playoffs. They had a 10-game winning streak. They're the first NHL team ever to have a 10-game winning streak and not qualify for the playoffs the same year they had that winning streak. Also, the LA Kings been eliminated from playoff contention. That means the Predators get the last playoff spot in the Western Conference. So the Western Conference of the NHL is all set. And at WrestleMania 33, Roman Reigns beat The Undertaker in the main event. It's probably The Undertaker's last match, and Rogers called it. Also, Bill Goldberg lost the WWE Universal Championship to Brock Lesnar, and John Cena got engaged to Nikki Bella. So congratulations to them. And 28 years ago today, the game show Now You See It was revived on CBS, hosted by Chuck Henry. It only lasted 15 weeks, and Chuck Henry signed a release that Now You See, his version of Now You See It's never going to be shown on any cable network or on Buzzer, because he thought hosting the game show was too embarrassing for him and it hurt his career as a serious newscaster. Chuck's a newscaster at KNBC 4 in Los Angeles, but I think he did for the extra money, I'm telling you. That's about it on news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in the flash with my first video blog subject of the day about former NBA coach and ABA player Doug Moe. Get out! You're so sweet, cause they're cute. The more the merrier. Go find something to do. I know. I'm doing good. Want to put a wager on that, Richie? This action will not be taught by BMHS. I don't care about game shows. Are you writing a book? Release the whole sodium. Great quotes only on RVBN. Time now, 7:30 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. I'm back. Today's first video blog subject of the day is the personality profile. Today's personality profile is about former ABA player and NBA head coach Doug Moe. Doug Moe was known for coaching the Denver Nuggets for close to 10 years back in the 80s and 90s. And he also coached the Spurs and the 76ers, and he was a basketball player for college and the ABA. Background on Doug Moe. He was born and he grew up in Brooklyn, New York, the Bronx. He was a great high school basketball player. He went to the University of North Carolina Tar Heels, and he was a two-time All-American, and he was a great player for the Tar Heels, but he had to stop playing college basketball because he was associated with a points-shaving scandal, and he was recruited for money from it. But Doug did not receive any compensation, and Also, he was not guilty of it, but with being associated, the college basketball game did not want him to participate in it, so he blew his chances to maybe have an NBA career over it. Doug was drafted by the Detroit Pistons in 1960 and the Chicago Packers in 1961. The Chicago Packers eventually became the Washington Wizards. But Doug played 0 games in the NBA period, so that point shaving scandal hurt his career from the NBA. So he had to start his pro career in Italy, and he played in Italy for a couple of years. He was a decent ball player. Then the ABA was formed in 1967. Doug came back to the United States and had a 5-year career in the NBA with the New Orleans Buccaneers, the Oakland Oaks, the Carolina Cougars, and the Virginia Squires, and he had a decent ABA career. 4 times he averaged 10 or more points per game. 2 seasons he had 3 or more assists per game, and 3 seasons he had 6 or more rebounds per game. He played in 3 ABA All-Star games. 1 time he was the ABA's first All-Star team, postseason team, and 1 time he was the ABA All-Star second team. I mean, that's a decent career in the ABA. And his career stats were 16.3 points per game, 6.8 rebounds per game, and 3.2 assists per game. An injury ended Doug Moe's career in 1972, but he jumped into the coaching ranks. He became an assistant coach with the Carolina Cougars of the ABA. He was an assistant to Larry Brown, who's one of the most famous coaches in pro basketball history and college basketball history. He jumped from place to place. Larry Brown, he'll probably get a video blog sometime in May. Look for it. And anyway, Doug continued his assistant for the Nuggets in the ABA. In 1976, when the ABA and NBA merged, Doug got his first head coaching gig. He was the coach of the San Antonio Spurs, and he led them to a couple of division titles and a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals in 1979. And around 1981, Doug Moe became coach of the Denver Nuggets, coaching them for 9 years. The Nuggets were competitive during that time period. He led them to the Western Conference Finals in 1985. And Doug was fired at the end of the 1989-1990 season. He actually coached again for the Philadelphia 76ers for a half a season, but he was fired because the 76ers were a bad team. And his coaching stats were, he had 3 seasons of 50 or more wins, 4 times he won the division title, 12 playoff appearances. He never won NBA Coach of the Year. Doug Moe was not the best dressed coach in the NBA during his time period. He did the casual look. He usually coached without having a tie. Towards the end of his career, he spiffed it up when he was with the 76ers with that brief time. His career coaching record, 628, 529, 33, and 50 in the playoffs. His number 428 was retired by the Denver Nuggets. That's the wins he had as Denver Nuggets head coach. That's pretty good. And Doug has not been considered for the Hall of Fame because his coaching stats are muddling at best. And he was a decent ABA player, but he's not going to get in the Hall of Fame as either a player and a coach. And that's about it on Doug Moe. And that's going to be it right now. Be back later. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. 2 more video blogs for your enjoyment later on today. One will be about Union Square in Somerville, Massachusetts. And third and final video blog of mine will be about most surprising and most disappointing teams in the NBA this year. Like I always say to end these video blogs, keep calm, everybody. I'm Julie Betting Guy. Molly Wolfblood, WCCO, has nice legs. Elizabeth Hutz, so stunning. She's the best. She's also got nice legs, the second best legs in Orlando, Florida. Next to my lady, Julie Button. Amy Squeezy's awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPR Channel 11 New York is a rocking cougar. Got the best legs in New York City, bar none. Bobby Gibbs of ABC 11 has sweet southern accent, best legs in Raleigh, North Carolina. Lauren Shahadi of MLB Network rocks, and she's got awesome legs. And Ren Claire of WHCA Channel 7 in Boston rocks, and she's the best cute leggy blonde in Boston. Have a good day, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+.